Good evening, good evening. What's good with you? Welcome once again to D.A.P. D.A.P. Exclusive interview with Oliver Williams. Please do me the favor, share the page, like the page, let someone else know. Kidney disease awareness. They done picked the fight with the wrong person. Some information that you would probably need to know that Oliver is going to share with us today. The struggles, the triumphs, the ups, the downs, and everything that has to do with this disease that has been affecting millions or thousands, I would say. I don't know. I don't know the number. Say hi to the people, Oliver.
Oh, Facebook, how are you?
All right. So we getting started in a minute. So do me a favor, share and like the page right now. I give you that chance to do that. Thank you. Appreciate the 2 shares that shared. I really appreciate it. Much love and respect. Thank you for sharing. If you can like the page, that would be a great tool. Those who just chiming in, please like the page. Thank you. We will be getting started in a minute. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much for chiming in. Thank you for those who was patient. We really appreciate you for chiming in. Thank you so much, man. It's a blessing. It's a beautiful day. And we got my man here with us, Oliver Williams, to discuss these situations that some of you have gone through or going through, or maybe in the future, hopefully not, will be going through, or you know somebody in the family that is going through some of these situations as far as kidney disease. First, I want to ask my brother, Oliver Williams, how are you, brother, today?
Doing great, man. I'm doing great today. Another day above the ground is always going to be a blessing.
That's right. Definitely. Yep. So what was your day like today?
My day like today was, you go to the doctors on your off days that you're not going to dialysis.
Yeah.
Normally I do dialysis Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And being that my kidneys are doing so bad, they have me going 4 days a week. So either I might go a Tuesday or a Thursday or a Saturday. It depends. Each week the day might change or whatever.
Right.
But on a day that off day, I'm trying to rest and recuperate from dialysis and stuff, because your body's so tired from them taking the blood out, putting the blood in, and so forth.
Make sure you move up a little just to get to the mic a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. I've known Oliver for a little while, and one day I was on my way taking care of some business with my dad, and I saw him, and we started discussing this topic, and he really wanted to go on and do this, and he just asked me, he would like to come up and I should do a podcast on this particular subject, and I said, you know what, that'd be a great idea, no problem. What make you want to give out this awareness and basically inform people regarding this disease called kidney disease?
The reason why I want to do the awareness is because it's needed, especially for our nationality, minority people. We already go through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And one thing that we don't pay attention to is our health.
Facts.
Especially kidney disease, which is CKD, chronic kidney disease.
Right.
Right. So with me, I didn't find out that I had kidney disease until I went in the hospital for something else.
Wow.
I was actually coming back from an event one night, me and one of my brothers, and it was a lady that was wrapped into a pole on 1 and 9.
How long ago was that?
This was in December 22.
Okay.
And we were right across from the jail.
Right.
And nobody was stopping. So we went around the other side of the highway.
Gotcha.
And went to go help her. So we out there. I'm outside with just a tuxedo on.
Right.
And I wound up getting sick from being out there so long.
Really?
I went to the hospital. I couldn't breathe. So I was like,
wow.
Dang,
was that the first time that happened to you as far as the breathing situation?
That's the first time that happened.
And you was out there and it was cold?
It was cold.
Wow.
And I didn't know what was going on. And 2 days later, I'm thinking, well, I was at the party. I might have caught COVID or something. But I'm always been cautious where I wore masks and I don't shake people's hands and all that type of stuff. So next thing, I was like, you know what? I can't take it no more. Mm-hmm. My father died from COVID and, kidney disease, but not knowing that I had kidney disease. Right. So I was like, let me go to the hospital. Mm. So I called the ambulance, went to the hospital.
Right.
Got to the hospital. It's like, oh, you got pneumonia, double pneumonia, and the flu. Like, all right, cool. 3 hours later, a doctor comes in the room. He's a nephrologist, which is a kidney doctor. And he said, Mr. Williams, I got some bad news for you, but I got some good news for you at the same time. I said, well, what's the good? He said, we could save your life. So he told me that they had to do emergency surgery to put a port in my chest.
Right now.
And I needed to I had to start dialysis immediately.
Wow.
I lost it. I started calling. I called my pastor. I called some of my brothers.
So your reaction was like, what the?
Like I'm about to die.
Wow.
That was my reactions.
Wow.
And all I could do was they came straight to the hospital. Prayed for me. All I started doing was getting everything in order.
Right.
I was calling people for like insurance policies, like, yo, listen,
that's right.
You're gonna be the beneficiary of this, you're gonna be this and that. Yeah. I need you to make sure my mom's taken care of, cut her check every month.
Right. Put everything in order on the spot.
So that was the first thing. Then I started getting more insurance and stuff. I was like, oh man, about to. So then they were like, don't worry about it. So I was in the OR for a while. When they was putting the port in my chest, because I knew I wasn't good with anesthesia.
Right.
But after that, they did excessive, extreme dialysis on me like 4 days in a row at the hospital.
Wow.
And I had so much fluid because if your kidneys aren't filtering, which we'll get into that,
Got you.
It filters your blood and stuff, and you overload with fluid,
Got it.
which that turns into pneumonia. So if your lungs and stuff is what you call it, all that stuff is constricting.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, then your heart stops and all that. 'Cause all the toxins and stuff is
Still
built up
building
in your body.
Right, it's building up.
So that's what we were trying to prevent. And I was
Right.
wondering why I was like, I would be in the shower trying to wash up like during the course of that weekend. Like, dag, I'm winded.
You feel tired.
Why? All that stuff was sitting there, but not legs. You know, like, okay, maybe I was on my legs too long.
Now
The legs
this is way before the
within those couple of days, like after everything happened.
Right. All right. So before that, you never had any symptoms. No,
I had the symptoms, but didn't know. Like,
so were you fatigued sometime before this accident with the lady?
I was fatigued a little bit, but you figure you tired, you know,
Right.
you working,
Right.
so forth, and I wasn't going to the bathroom.
You wasn't.
I wasn't
able.
I wasn't urinating like I was supposed to be.
Right.
But you're not
You
paying.
ain't thinking that.
ain't
So you
paying
go
attention.
3 days without urinating?
Like I went to the bathroom maybe
2-3 days ago?
No, once, but it was just a little bit that
Little
came
bit,
out
yeah,
or whatever,
got
and that
it,
was so
got
forth.
it.
But not paying attention to
Got you.
to the real.
Okay, so those one of the signs that you may have come up with or realized, that you can let people know is not being able to urinate as often as you would, normally.
Yes, going to the
urinate.
bathroom.
Okay,
Yes,
got it. What other what were some of the other symptoms, if you can think back? That
swollen legs.
Okay.
Your ankles.
Got it.
The fatigue.
right.
Your decreased appetite, stuff like that.
Okay, so you don't get an appetite.
Your appetite is kind of slim. But see, the thing with me, it didn't matter because
You were eating.
I've been eating, so
That's
I'm
one
eating.
thing. So,
And
no
then,
doubt.
sometimes difficulty concentrating,
Right.
and then also you got to look for like urine in the blood. But when I see the urine when I remember
Blood
seeing
and
urine in blood before, I had went through prostate cancer.
Got it.
So you know what I mean. It was like, maybe I strained, pulled something out.
Right.
But not.
So urine in the blood. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Blood in the urine. That's
Yes.
funny. Blood in the urine. Okay.
Yes.
That's another sign. Okay. Any other signs you can think of that you can give to the people that's watching?
Just gotta. You could push your skin and check for indentation in your legs. You
Like
know what
dents?
I mean? Like it's
Knots?
it's not. It's like if you push in and it stays there.
Oh.
So that
if you push something in your skin and it don't like fluff up right away.
Yeah, so you can
Something's
tell
wrong.
that you got fluids and all that type of stuff in your legs.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Going through that type of challenges, that challenge, how was it on you emotionally? How did that affect you emotionally when you found out and then you started going through the procedures and all that stuff? How did that affect you emotionally?
Emotionally, I was messed up. I'm still emotional at times or whatever.
Yeah.
Like when I talk about it, I get emotional, cry. Because nobody wants to die.
Yeah.
And that's still in my mindset that I could die like any time right now.
Right.
If I don't get a transplant.
Right.
So your mindset is messed up. And I did encounter a lot of groups and I met a lot of people from groups that
So you got a support system.
And now we're like best of friends.
Wow.
and do things and stuff.
So who were the key people in your support system? Who was the key people and how did they help you cope?
My Mason brothers and
Mason
sisters.
brothers?
Brothers,
That's what's up.
sisters.
Shout out to the Mason brothers, man.
My nieces and my nephews.
Word. The
family and friends. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the family.
Even I guess you could say a lot of doctors, because when I used to do detailed stuff at the hospital,
Got it.
I got acquainted with a lot of doctors. So a lot of doctors became my friends.
Right.
So I would call them, or if they found out I was in the hospital, they would send. If they wasn't there, they would send somebody from their team to make sure I was okay.
That's what's up. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Okay. Did your relationships change during your health journey? If so, how?
Yes, and no. How I want to put this. Women are emotional.
Of course.
Very emotional.
Of course.
And sometimes dealing with somebody that's sick, or they don't know if that person, they look for somebody that's going to be with them for years and years and for the rest of their life. But then when you start telling them, okay, if I don't get a kidney between, because they tell you the time frame, it takes up to 10 years to receive a kidney. I might not have 10 years to receive a kidney, you know what I mean? Because right now I'm waiting for a deceased kidney. So I'm waiting for somebody to die. And that list, 90,000 people get transplanted a year. I mean, need kidneys. Only 6,000 get transplanted.
Ooh.
So each state has their own donor system or donor name. So like New Jersey is called the New Jersey Sharing Network.
Got it.
New York has their name.
Right.
North Carolina got their name. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So 90,000 people on the list.
And more than that.
And sometimes much more.
Yeah, much more than that.
And only 5,000, 6,000
get
it.
Yeah, if you Google it.
Wow. That's deep, bro. So how long have you been waiting now for that transplant? And did you try people in the family already? Because I know that's one of the things that most people would, but you have to have somebody that left the earth already, or you can't. It's impossible.
No. You can get a living donor if somebody's that's a match for you. Whatever blood type, if they're healthy as far as they don't have kidney disease.
They don't have that. Okay.
They don't have high blood pressure.
Okay, can't have blood pressure.
COPD, stuff like that. Any underlying illness.
They're not going to give it to you.
They won't attempt it.
It won't make sense.
So they really want a healthy person.
Right.
So because a healthy person giving you a kidney is easier for them to recover, because their recovery thing for a living donor that transplants you might be like 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah.
Really?
And you going home.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. Wow. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So like I said,
so how's that process now with you? Even though you haven't found one yet, what was the process like for you? And did you come across some people that were, potential donors or positive donors for you? And how was that like?
Yes, I had some positive donors where I thought I'm about to get a kidney soon.
Word.
Quite a few people went and got tested that I was surprised that got tested. Like some of my Mason brothers went and got tested, and some sisters went and got tested, and family members. Unfortunately, my brothers or my sisters, they have underlying issues, so they can't transplant to me. Then my mother, she's too old.
Right. What was that feeling like, knowing that you had potentials and you was like, yes, that's what's up. They kind of fit and then when they got tested, finding that out, how was that?
When they called me on the phone,
and how many?
Because the hospital, what happened was I had wrote a story out to Pix 11.
Pix 11, okay.
Pix 11, Darren McQuaid, the news anchor, came to my house and did a story.
Right.
Once he did the story, I think I had over 35 people went and got tested. But when they went and got tested, they found out they had high blood pressure.
Oh, wow.
Because once they checked certain things in your blood,
right.
People had kidney disease, people had COPD.
Yeah.
And when they called me, they told me, because the hospital can't tell you because of the HIPAA.
Right, got you.
And even with me calling them, I'd be like, I have X, Y, and Z, went and got tested, blah, blah, blah. I would give them the name, give them the birthday. They're like, all right, we'll get back to you, but that's the only thing they could say or whatever. Right. And that's that. So once they told me, and I just was like, it's like, unfortunately, I can't do it, and I just was like,
yeah.
You know, so now your spirits went from 100
Top of the notch,
down back down to the basis. So now I'm back into my shell again.
Right,
and I don't want to be bothered.
Right,
you know,
right.
it's just like.
Did it put you in a depression type of state, or just more emotionally sad, or upset, disappointed?
It put me in a bad state of mind, because it's like, damn, am I gonna die? So I always reached out to it's a couple of dear people that I have, one is Reverend Clark.
Reverend Clark, okay.
And me and him talk all the time, and he goes to bat for me. And if I need prayer, he's praying for me. Like, we always would tell each other, even if he was sick or if I was sick, man, you better get up out that bed.
Damn
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's
you better get up out that bed. You ain't going nowhere.
That's what's up.
We both need each other.
Yeah, you need that type of support system. Yeah.
Then I have Sam Duncan. He's another good friend of mine.
Sam Duncan. I know Sam Duncan. I used to cut his hair, I think.
Yeah,
Sam
Call him Doodle.
Yeah, it's my man. Yeah. Good dude.
He's been good.
Always a high-spirited type of dude.
I have a good friend that I I guess I'm like his little brother. He took me under his wing.
Okay.
But Tyrone Williams.
Okay.
He's very good.
That's what's up.
And then I have some dear sisters that reach out to me and talk and guided me through.
Nice.
Sister named Julie.
Okay.
And bunch of other sisters that made sure that I was good, even though I was going through my little depression.
Word.
Sometimes you just, when people reach out to you, you be like I didn't know you, but everybody, you got your ones that do got the compassion, and you got the ones that are like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've had a good support system on this journey.
Right. And in going out and trying to get someone to donate a kidney, what type of advertisement or marketing, and how do you go about doing that to push that, or do they do that, or the people in the medical field do that for you? How does that work? Because I'm definitely a C student in this, bro.
All right, so when you go for your you have to go for a transparent evaluation.
Right.
So if you don't pass the evaluation, which you got to go undergo medical testing and stuff, where they got to check and scan your insides and make sure that you're able to put a kidney there, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Blood work, check and make sure your heart is good to last through the surgery.
Right.
Bunch of different things. Once you go through the evaluation, then they'll tell you, okay, they give you this format that you could use, but like you need to try to get into social media and stuff like that.
Right.
Which I was always a social media person.
Right.
So once I got the news to put the story out there, that I got a flyer created, and I took the flyer and I just had been blasted it on Facebook.
Right.
Then I have a young brother by the name of Cameron Wheeler. He's an excellent digital person and so forth.
No doubt.
He created a YouTube video.
That's what's up.
And that YouTube video has blown.
Nice.
It's
nice.
Seen across the world right now.
Right.
And I have some people that check it out, but you have these scams and want, I pay you for a kid. No, you can't do that.
I'll pay you for a kid.
Pay.
That's crazy.
Can't do that. Wow. But I do have it. I try to post every week on it. Mm-hmm. And like I said, hopefully one day I'll find my hero, my angel, and we'll be just like brothers and sisters,
Yeah, no doubt. So, peace, brother Shelton. How you doing? There's a few people up here, like, showing you love, man. Peace, my brother. Peace, Shelton. Blessings to you, Sharonda Poe. Please, blessings, Shelton. Joey, what's good with you? And Royal on here too. Royal, I think you mentioned her name. Did you mention Royal? No.
Me and her went to school together.
Oh, Royal Linus. Much love to Royal. Much love. Peace and blessings to all of you guys for chiming in. Appreciate you. If you can do me the favor, share the page, like the page, so we can get this awareness out.
And Joy is a young lady that I actually did a kidney walk with 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
And she received her kidney
last
year.
Really?
She was on the list for a couple of years, and she finally received her kidney.
So y'all basically been, conversing a lot
How I met her, I had put it that I needed volunteers for Juneteenth with the NAACP at the park.
Right, it just passed, really. This just passed, 22nd?
Last year.
Oh, last year, okay.
Last year.
Got it.
And her and her family came out and volunteered to help me. And me and her been twins since.
Much love, Joy. Much love. Respect. Much love. That's what's up. That's what's up. So you just did something recently. I think I saw a flyer, and it was something in the park.
Yeah,
just past March.
That was the kidney walk that we had 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks ago. And what was that about?
We did a walk because like every organization or you have the cancer walk. So we did a kidney walk.
Got it.
This was her, I want to say 3rd or 4th annual kidney walk.
Nice.
This is my first one, so I wanted to see how it was. So I asked her, I said, can I collaborate with you to do it?
Nice.
And I collaborated with her to do it. And a large turnout. We had fun, man.
Wow.
We had face painting for the kids.
Nice.
Hamburgers, hot dogs.
So you plan on doing this every year?
Yes. And next year, everybody asked me, well, why don't you have it at Liberty Park?
Right.
So next year, I'll probably wind up having it at Liberty Park.
That's what's up.
And then we'll have you come in.
I would love to be a part of it. Yeah, I would love to be a part of that. That's dope, man. That's I like that. That's dope. That's nice, bro. Speaking of this disease, and as an adult, and I know you met a lot of adults. We have you met a lot of children with this same disease, brother?
I'm glad you said that. Everybody thinks that kidney disease comes from
for old people, right?
We're gonna get that out the way. Kidney disease could go from a child all the way up to a grown adult.
Right.
Some people can get kidneys. This one lady that I met, she got her kidney disease from her baby when she had her baby because of the strain that was put on her kidney.
Wow.
But it's kids that need kidneys, is teenagers. And I have an organization which is called Oliver Cares Kidney Foundation.
Oliver Cares, say that one more time.
Oliver Cares Kidney Foundation.
And you can find that
on my Facebook page.
You can Google it too, right?
You can Google it too.
Okay.
I'm a 501c3 nonprofit organization where I teach. My organization mission is to bring awareness for kidney disease through workshops, trainings, resources for those fighting kidney disease and who are in crisis.
That's what's up.
So with the organization, we teach about healthy eating, about kidney disease, about your GFR, which is it's your filtration of your kidneys.
Right.
And that filters your blood and so forth. So if you don't know your levels because you don't get tested for your GFR, when you go to the doctor, doc, what's my GFR? I need to know what my kidneys is. If I'm in stage 1, 2, 3, how good is my kidneys? You need to learn all that because then they'll tell you about your creatinine and your BUN. Those are your numbers with your kidneys and so forth. Wow. So it's important that you learn all this stuff about kidneys because it's not like we go to the doctor and we be like, okay, doc, test me for my kidneys. You go to the doctor, you get your regular blood work. They check your blood pressure and all that type of stuff, and you go on your way. But you still, it's everything that we put in our bodies. When all my stuff, the reason I had got my kidney disease is diabetic kidneys. When they did the biopsy at the hospital all that time while I was sick and everything, and they put the line in, they wanted to see what was the main cause of my kidney disease. So they did a biopsy. Mm-hmm. The biopsy determined that I had diabetic kidneys.
Wow.
So
what should a person, when they go to the doctor, and if they're concerned about this particular disease, and they go to their regular primary doctor, what should they be asking the doctor to do?
They should be asking what their BUN is, what their creatinine is. Doc, how's my kidneys doing? Can you tell me my numbers for my kidneys? Is there anything that I need to change? You know what I mean? You should always ask about your blood work. Right. Even if it comes to where your hemoglobin, all that stuff, you need to ask about your blood work. Your blood work is the most important thing in your body Because once you get an infection in your body, it's hard for stuff to be fought off because you got that infection.
It's in the blood.
But when you get your blood work, it'll tell you if you got an infection in your body through your blood work.
And you can try to stop it way before it get worse.
Yes.
Got it. So that's the main thing. Okay. Are there any other symptoms that you want to bring to the table to let people know, as far as, if those symptoms that might be, you didn't mention. You mentioned the not urinating, urination, blood in the urination, the fatigue. What else?
Taking care of your diabetes.
Okay.
Taking care of your high blood pressure.
Which is the A1C. Your A1C is for diabetics, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A1C,
making sure that's not too high or whatever. Okay.
And family history of kidney disease.
Okay.
If like my father, he had kidney disease. But we didn't know until it was too late.
Yeah. My dad got COPD.
And then heart disease.
Heart disease
could do it too.
Oh, okay. Wow. Man, that's deep. That's deep. Just so you know, you guys, if you want to call in and ask my man Oliver a question, you can always call in as well if you would like. The number is on the screen. You can call and ask your question or give a statement or show some love or whatever the case may be. You can do that now if you like. Okay, I'm going to ask him a few more questions while we're here. All right. So my next question would be, what would you wish more people would understand about kidney disease? What would you wish?
That you can't take it light. You always got to think that you can get it too.
Right.
Because before it's over, it's too late.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to stay up on your health.
Right.
And I know a lot of mine came from bad eating.
Bad eating, okay.
Bad eating.
So you got to stop the pork chops and the pig feet.
Stop. You got
crabs and
slow some of that stuff down.
Slow it down or stop it.
You got to
slow it down or stop it.
Yeah, stop it. I'm saying you can't just dead stop it.
Right, it's difficult. It's hard.
When I did that, I got sick. When I found that out, which I tried to just go straight raw.
Straight cold turkey, yeah.
And I got sick. Right. So the doctor was like, "No, you got to wean yourself off of it or whatever."
Like anything else, that's right.
But it's what we put in our bodies.
Right.
And we're not putting the right things in our bodies.
Because it became a culture of eating garbage, right?
Yeah, greasy foods all the time. I mean, cheesesteaks after cheesesteaks and
stacking it on.
Bacon double cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I was at not Home Depot. What is that place called?
Whole Foods?
No, down in buffet spot.
Okay.
440. What is that called? In the mall.
I don't know what the name. I haven't
Chinese
been there.
place.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hibachi. And it's all you can eat. Man, when I tell you I've seen people have go back and forth with, I'm talking about big piles, like mountains, bro, of food. And I'm sitting there like, gonna eat all that and go back and grab more. And I'm talking about not like 1, 2 times. I'm talking about 4 and 5 times. You know what I mean? So that's the type of eating we can't do, right?
Yep.
Oh man, that's
at all.
deep.
Because if like sometimes being that now that I know and I look, because sometimes you see a lot of these obese kids.
Right.
And I just be like, but then you look at their parents and you're like,
I see. Wow. Yeah. So you're saying, looking back, is there anything you would have done differently looking back?
I've been a diabetic since I probably was about maybe 23. So I kind of lucked up with my kidney disease. I didn't get it until like 3 years ago. So, or 2 years ago.
Right.
2.5. So I kind of.
So did the diabetes affect you in any way in the process from the years of 20-something until now?
Probably with the diabetes, maybe my eyes. Okay. Like the bleeding in my eyes, stuff like that. I did lose a lot of weight when I was not focusing and taking care of the diabetes like I was supposed to be taking it or whatever. Right. And I was on pills then.
Metformin. Yeah. Got it.
And now I started taking insulin.
Got you.
But now being that I kind of dialysis and everything, and I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do, my sugar's actually been running kind of low.
Which is good or bad?
No,
or
it's excellent to me because I'm not putting the insulin in my body.
Right.
And even like with the blood pressure, my blood pressure has been low too. So it's been kind of good.
So you're eating a little more healthier too, though, right? You eat a lot of vegetables and fruits, or what?
A lot of vegetables.
A lot of vegetables and fruit. Okay, so you can pile that on all day long.
No.
That's not even good either.
Not too much sugar.
Okay.
Because
no matter what, it's still sugar.
Fruit, yeah.
Right. Because the body don't recognize what's bad sugar and good sugar, right? It's just sugar. The body says this is sweet.
Then you got to watch out. It's something called phosphorus.
Okay.
And that's like the cheeses, dairies, and all that type of stuff. So you got to be careful with all that type of stuff.
Got to speak up a little louder because it goes in and out.
I said the phosphorus, which is like the cheeses, the sauces, like spaghetti sauce, and all that type of stuff.
Right.
Like now, my body's kind of like immune to certain phosphoruses and stuff like that. Like with the cheese, the sauce bothers me at times or whatever. So you just got to try to.
And what type of effect did it have on you with the sauces? Does your A1C go high or just your body?
Like heartburn and stuff.
Oh, okay.
With phosphorus actually, that kind of makes your numbers go up and it controls kind of your heart. So if your phosphorus level is high, then you mess around and have a heart attack or something.
Right. Wow, that's deep. Wow. Hope y'all taking this all in. 'Cause I'm definitely taking it in. What did the experience teach you about you? What does this experience that you've gone through, dealing with the diabetes, dealing with the kidney disease, what has it taught you about yourself?
It taught me that I could have did this in the beginning. I could have ate right. I could have did what I was supposed to do in the beginning.
Right.
Closeness with God. Closeness with God. Because I was praying to God like it was good tomorrow. Because the funny thing is, I grew up in the church.
Right.
So I was raised in the church. My parents, blah blah blah. We got a church and all that stuff. So. I grew up in the church, sung in the choir, taught the choir, taught Sunday school, did all that stuff. Then, as I got older, got into the streets, now, you kind of fade away. Yeah. So, wasn't praying to God like that all the time. Now I pray to God every day. Oh, Lord, help me.
Committed, huh? I know that's right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, what else I wanted to ask you? So it basically changed you in a lot of different ways. This disease and the struggle that you're going through with it, it's changed you.
Say it again.
It has changed you.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody want to make a call? They can call in or make a comment on the comment board and referring to my man. What you want to ask him a question or anything like that. Aaron says, Aaron Derby. What's good, Aaron? Peace and blessings. Thanks for chiming in. Aaron says, dope interview. Great questions, very informative. Good job to both of you. Much love, man. Thank you for chiming in. Please do me a favor and share and like the page. Thank you so much, man.
My brother right there.
That's your brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime I was sick, he would make sure that my parents and everybody was good.
But,
took care of my finances and so forth. So, that's one of my best friends.
That's what's up.
So, he till to this day, he came out for the kidney walk and cooked the food for the kids and everything.
Wow,
so
much love, bro. Much love to him. Much love. Do me a favor, like, share the page, and follow me. If you're on YouTube, you can go over to YouTube and subscribe to David Adams Podcast, because I will be having more interviews as this one. Soon I'll be having one on cancer. So I guess, by you being in and out of the hospital, I know you've met a lot of different people with different illnesses like cancer. Have you?
Yeah, I had cancer myself. So.
Oh, you had?
I had prostate cancer.
Oh, wow, that's right. You did mention that. You did mention that.
Wow,
cancer. Wow.
But
and you beat that.
To me, kidney disease is like a cancer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Basically, okay.
If you basically look at it like that. But yeah, I had prostate cancer twice. I beat it twice or whatever.
That's a
And
blessing,
the treatments
bro.
for that was like
Yeah. What type of treatment was that? How'd that go? What was take us through those treatments.
Well, with the prostate, I had an injection put into my prostate, which it spat off the radiation in periods.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it chips it off. Slowly but surely.
It gives you doses of the oh my god, doses of the radiation. Got you. All right. It goes, it chips away at it slow. Yeah. Got you. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Joy says I'm good supporting my twin. That's what's up. So she's saying you her twin? Yes, that's the young lady that I did. That was work with. No doubt. Okay. Much love, Gregory Banks. My brother, peace. He says. All right. And she says thank you. What's up? So yes, the support team was definitely there. Definitely there. That's a blessing. Anybody want to call in and, show some love to Oliver, you can do that right now. You can do that. But I want to just make sure I grab something else. And you brought up here to me today, too. My man brought me this Oliver Cares Kidney Foundation. All right? Nice. You got some little things in here. I appreciate it, brother. Yo, man, I appreciate you even, taking the time to come up and want to, express yourself and show some love to. Absolutely. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. So in your gift bag, you have a brochure. You got the water. Yeah. You got bracelet, mints. But the brochures, each brochure is a different age group. Okay. So I created 3 brochures. One for the adults. Right. One for the little kids, and one for teenagers. So the kids' brochures, I made it into cartoon characters, so they can understand that, and then superheroes and so forth. Nice. And I put pictures and stuff in there. Yeah, I like that. So that's fine. So this way, the parents could teach the kids, and it shows them, okay, if you drink your water, it'll filter your, Right. So water is very important when it comes to kidney, diabetes, until you become sick with kidney disease and you drink too much. Like I'm on a fluid restriction. Oh. So I'm only allowed 3 water bottles a day. Only 3. And why is that? What's the reason? If you get too much water in your body when you have it. If I overload the kidneys and the kidneys can't flush out and it floods it, now the kidneys shut down because they're not working. Oh, and it stopped working. Gotcha. So that's why you go to dialysis and they pull fluid from your body. Right. You know what I mean? Some people don't have to get fluid because they might not gain the weight and so forth. Right. Me, they got to pull fluid from me every time I go to dialysis. Right. Like I went Monday. They pulled 4.2 liters of fluid from me. Wow. So how do you know when your fluid is getting too high in your body? How do you know? So what happens not even taking the test and all like that. How do you know? So what happens is when you get to dialysis, you get on a scale. Right. You weigh in before you go on the machine, and you weigh out before you leave the machine. So they have everything calculated. So they'll tell you when you come in, Mr. Williams, you are 3.5 over your dry weight, because the doctor give you a dry weight that you have to meet. That you have to what? That you have to meet. Meet, got you. So my dry weight is like 146. Got it. Sometimes what happens on the weekends, because you're off 2 days in a row, I'm off Saturday, Sunday, if I don't go that Saturday. So now you done accumulated from Friday when you got off, because I go to dialysis at 5 o'clock in the morning. Every morning? The mornings I have to go. Oh, so like 3 or 4 times out of the week? So yeah, I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Wow. That starts my day. Wow. Take us through that. Give us that experience, for those who might not know anything about the process and the
with a person that goes through,
So it's called hemodialysis. So anybody that's, I guess, either stage 4 or 5 kidney disease, depending on what your GFR is, I guess if it's 20 and down or whatever,
right,
then they put you on dialysis.
Got it.
So the dialysis filters the toxins out your body and pulls whatever fluid that's overloading your body. When you get to dialysis, like I get up in the morning at 3 o'clock. Once I get up in the morning at 3, get ready. 4:45, I'm out the door. 5 o'clock, I'm in my chair. I have to do 4.5 hours of dialysis. Some other people just only have 3 hours, or 3.5 or whatever.
Wow. So is 4.5 hours the top?
No, they might have. I think
even more.
Might be 5.
Oh,
but
wow.
no, 5, and then Then they have where you could do a dialysis overnight. I'm thinking it's like 8 hours. It's like 8 hours.
Got it.
I ain't reached there yet. They would try to get me there, but I've been trying to work on what I need to work on.
Got it.
So I get there, do my dialysis 4.5 hours. They'll put the 2 needles in my arm. One is to pull out the blood, and one is to put the blood in your arm. So they both go into right here.
Got you.
So
and they do it in the same spot all the time? Or
they try not to, because you get lumps. See how my arms is all bruised up and stuff.
Got you.
Before I had it in my chest, so they were doing the dialysis in my chest.
Got it.
But you can get pneumonia and a bad infection. It's not supposed to be in there more than 90 days.
Got it.
So mine was in there for almost a year because I was suffering for so much blood clots and stuff.
Got it.
So now they got everything pretty much kind of fixed.
Got you.
Except, the hand is still messed up, but I still get my dialysis in my hand.
Got it. Okay. So basically, you got one tube where something coming out, fluids coming out, or the blood coming out,
blood
going in.
And blood going in.
Got you. So your own blood is being filtered.
Going into a machine, filtered, going through, and then coming back and coming into your body.
Oh, that's deep. Okay. Wow, that's deep.
And you sit there. They have reclining chairs, so you sit there in a reclining chair. You got a personal TV.
Right.
You know what I mean? They give you headphones and all that type of stuff. You bring your pillow, all that type of stuff, and you just sit back and recline. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
In dialysis because
some people sleep
because my blood pressure drops, and being that they're not so attentive like they're supposed to be at dialysis, the nurses, they'll go.
You be on alert.
Man, I done help people where a lady was catching a seizure, and I was like, yo, hey! People fell in front of me.
Wow.
But now a new director just started there.
Okay.
I think he's on the ass right now. So
they got a little lax.
He went around. They hadn't had one for like almost a year. So I did talk to him. I vocalized my concerns. I was given wrong medication one time, but I always look and check my stuff before that they was going to put me on the wrong dialyzer. Because
so, do you think, honestly? Hearing you say that sometimes the people are laxed that's taking care of you guys in the dialysis spots, do you feel like some people were given the wrong thing and actually died because of it?
I can't say that.
Can't say that?
Yeah, I can't say that. Has it happened? Probably so.
Wow, that's deep, bro.
But I can't,
Yeah, I understand. I get it. But if they lax like that, you never know. We're talking about people all over the world, man. These places all over the world.
But see, they only play with me to a certain point because I done called corporate on them a couple of times.
You don't play no games.
Yeah.
You ain't playing no
You're going
games.
to take care of me the way I'm supposed to be taken care. I can advocate for myself.
Right.
Maybe the older people can't advocate, and I explained that to them. Like, yo, listen, this is what, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Don't get mad at me. They say, because I speak my mind, I'm being mean. No, I'm speaking my mind because I ain't going to let you do what you want to do.
Right. I'm just making sure you do what you're supposed to do.
Like, for instance, the other day, I'm at dialysis, and a young lady nurse, I've been here working here for such and such. I said, now you can't stick me with the needle. Only certain people here stick me with the needle. That's that.
Right.
So she had a little attitude.
She was upset because she.
First time I seen her, you knew. First time I seen you.
I don't even know you like
So
that.
you know what I mean. So then so I look over at the machine because I always check my lines to make sure there's no air bubbles in the lines.
Y'all hearing this?
And that my dialyzer is the right size because I'm at the highest dialyzer. I think I'm the only one in the facility with the highest dialyzer because my kidneys weren't cleaning properly.
Right.
So I'm on a 250. On the machine was a 180. I would have been sick as hell the rest of the day if I would have got fucking dialyzed with that thing.
Wow.
So it would have been a waste of 4.5 hours on the machine because my kidneys wasn't fully clean.
Wow. That's
So
deep.
and then I didn't go back to dialysis until Wednesday. So picture that. So now, so I look at the machine and I'm like, I look at the color because they color coded. It was green. I was like, mine's is pink. So I says to the lady, I says, it's the wrong dialyzer. She's like, what you mean? I said, it's the wrong. I said, I'm on a 250. So then when I first got there, she asked me what my name was. She said, your name Oliver Williams? I said, yeah.
Right.
So then she said, oh, I thought you was Yolanda. I said, now you want to lie to me.
Wow.
Now you want to lie to me. Now you want to lie to me. I said, you asked me what my name was. Now you're going to say. So then I said, well, who set the machine
She said,
up?
I thought you was Yolanda.
And I look like I'm a male. So then I said,
just came up with
I didn't see
anything.
Yolanda, but yeah,
I know what you mean. I know. She said a female name, knowing you a man.
And, so then next thing you know, I said, well, who set the machine up? And she gonna say that she didn't know. I said, well, let me speak to the nurse that's in charge right now. Oh no, mama, it was my mistake. So then I said, being that you said that you worked here for so long,
Right.
why didn't you check the orders in the system to see which size dialyzer was for this machine or any patient that come in here? Your orders are, our name is on the desk when we come in.
Right.
Who's sitting in what chair, what time.
Right.
So you should have looked to see.
That was some lazy. That was lazy.
So you'd have cost me. Oh, they would have cost that. Of course, done because I had to sue.
I know that's right. Wow, that's deep right there. Ooh wee, that's deep, bro. That's deep. So, for those who watching, for those who just here right now, okay, Sharonda said it's water retention. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Tanya says a lot of us are scared of the unknown. How do you feel about that? That statement, a lot of us are scared of the unknown. Were you at one time scared of the unknown, or you felt like, you know what, I want to know. I'm going to the doctor, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But she's right. A lot of people are scared of the unknown.
They are. They are. Absolutely. And especially as males. No male don't want to go to the doctor. You don't want.
That's true. You don't want to know. You don't want to know the worst.
It's like you take it. You shoot your life with some craps.
Right.
Just throw your dice on the table or whatever.
Yeah, facts. Right. Richard says very empowerment, transparent, and solid information. Shout out to the host and my dear brother. Much love. Shout out to you too, brother. Thank you for Richard for chiming in. Appreciate you, brother. It means a lot. Share the page so someone else can get this information as well, because he's breaking it down to the point where I never really heard it this clear, you know what I mean? And he being real, like you said, he's being transparent, you know what I mean? So I appreciate if you can share it. Yep. Tanya Ellen says amen. Joy, okay, she did say already. All right, I got that already. I'm good supporting my team. Okay. I'm just trying to go through y'all statements real quick. Peace and blessings. Okay. If you want to call, you can do that also. All right. You can always call. Yeah, so what would you like to see? Because you've been dealing with this thing for about 3 or 4 years, maybe?
Since January 23.
23. So we're talking 2 years. What would you like to see different in the medical part as far as the dialysis situation? What would you like to see different from your perspective?
Less people on dialysis.
Come on, man. That's what's up.
Less people on dialysis. Because if you look around, They building another dialysis center in Jersey City right now, down the street from your house.
Wow.
Right there where New Jersey City University is.
Jersey City University. Okay, wow.
On West Side.
Yeah.
They put a brand new DeVita Center there.
So it's big money in this too. Would you say?
Yeah.
Somebody calling real quick. Get this call. Give me 1 minute. I see you. Hello. Hey, what's good with you? Thanks for calling. This is Tanya Ellis.
Yep.
What's good with you? How you doing?
I'm good. Hi, Oliver.
Hey, T.
What's good with you? Talk to me. What you got for us?
I'm just, chiming in on it. Me and Oliver been friends a long time. He always helped me during my situation. I was diagnosed with diabetes as well.
Wow.
And it was kind of scary. A lot of times I tell a lot of people, you won't know. That's why I said they scared of the unknown. They don't want to go to the doctor. When we're young, we're raised on that stuff. We raised on fatty foods and sugar and all that. So my advice to a lot of people is, yes, recalculate how you eat. Change your eat, especially when you reach your high 40s. They think they can't never get it. It ain't going
Facts.
on with your family. It don't say, oh, my family ain't got it, because I'm the only one in my whole family that got diabetes.
Wow.
And it's not about hereditary.
It's not,
how
yep.
you do your body. And you could go to the doctor. I have great insurance. I go to the doctor. But if those doctors is just pushing you through, saying you're healthy, I didn't know until my eyesight went. And when my eyesight went, I thought I was just being 50 years old and saying, you know what?
I need glasses.
I'm getting old. I need glasses.
Yeah.
But I had to leave one doctor to go to another one and get a whole thorough blood work. Because, see, your A1Cs is different from your glucose. People got to know that. You could check your glucose, and your glucose could be 123, and that's good. But your A1Cs could be up to the 5 or whatever. So the point I'm trying to make is, yes, get yourself checked out, change the way you eat, drink a lot of water to flush your kidneys, and detox your body sometime.
Yes.
Oliver get on me all the time, especially if he see me put certain food up. I bake cakes.
Yeah.
I don't eat that stuff.
Right, you selling it.
But I do sell it.
So you mean tell me, Ty, you selling diabetes? I'm just messing with you, baby.
I just wanted to put that awareness.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You can't wait to the last minute, then you want to, double up or triple up on CMARS and elderberry. No, you can't wait till the cold get in your body and then you want to treat it.
Way before.
You have to treat your body ahead of time, eat right, exercise, those type of things. And even if you just take a brisk walk, because we ain't big on, doing a lot of exercise, but drink a lot of water, stay away. Now we know Oliver could tell you, you don't get diabetes from candy. You get it from the pasta. You get it from the bread.
All
those
that
type of things.
Alcohol.
Yep. Facts.
Yeah, alcohol. Oh no, Tito got a little bit of sugar in. Tito give it to you too.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
You can get it from Tito's to they always talk about it's low in this, it's low in that, but you can get it too.
Yeah, low in phosphate. But I just wanted to put that out there to it's all in the intake. It's not saying you can't have a slice of bread. It's just like every day you can't just be eating bread. You know? So I love both.
That's
of you
one of my
guys,
problems,
and I just
man.
want to give that.
Thank you. I
I
appreciate you for chiming in. Thank you so much. It means a lot, Tanya. Much love. Share the page.
problem.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So you guys that's sitting back watching, do me the favor, follow the page. More content will be coming regarding these situations. I really appreciate you guys chiming in. You got any other questions, you can call in just as Tanya did. No problem. And I will accept your call and your statement or whatever you want to do or say to my man, Oliver. All right. So, let's see. What else I wanted to say to you, man? I'm just kicking it now. I'm just, I'm just amazed at, you seem strong to me. You seem resilient. You seem like a person that's definitely not going to give up. And you seem like you want to empower others in the process of what you're going through. How difficult is that when you're in the position where you said one time that you was down and you felt your spirit was at one time high and then your spirit goes back down to the basement? How how are you able to when a person like Tanya speak to you and she may be going through something, how are you able to come from all of that and get down and then give while you're weak?
I was always told, he gonna hate me for this, Richard Clark, pastor, my Mason brother, my brother, I consider him like he's really my blood brother. Yeah. He always say, you always got something positive to say, even though your mouth is like blah blah blah, but you give that spiritual knowledge too. And because he's actually one of the directors for my foundation, and when I after I got diagnosed and stuff, that March, God just was like, open up a foundation. So I called him. I said, I want to open up a foundation. Wow. I need you as my director. Wow. I called another person, Michelle Harris. She's another one of my directors on my foundation. I said, I want to open up a foundation. I need y'all to be my directors. And they said, whatever you need me to do. I said, all right, no problem. Went in, got a company to do my EIN and my 501c3 and all that stuff. I said, what? Then we had our first business meeting. I said, I want to have a gala in August. Do what you got to do. I went out and reserved the candlelight. Had over 100 and something people at my first gala.
Oh, right here on Ocean?
Candlelight on Bayonne, right there across from Rite Aid and Burger King.
The
chandelier.
The chandelier. You said the candlelight. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I'm thinking about Ocean Avenue. In the hood.
Nah, the chandelier. That's what I meant to say.
I got you.
And had over 100 and something people there.
Nice. Nice.
And God put in my heart that this is a movement right here.
Yeah, man.
It's time to teach.
I think you.
It's time to teach.
Yeah.
And
you was blessed to be in this position for a reason.
I actually supposed to wait for them to get it approved at this school where I'm going to teach the kids about kidney disease. So that's in the making right now.
Love it. I love it, bro. I love it.
I also have workshops. The workshops will be in Bayonne. A young lady did let me know that I could possibly use her facility too. But Bayonne Library is letting me use their facility as well. It will be another gala this year. We're shooting for August 17th. And I'm partnering with two other organizations, Joyce Save a Life Foundation and a guy by the name of Phil Wilson, Civic Association. So they got their kidneys already, and now I'm trying to get mine. So his kidney got donated by his wife.
Wow!
And then hers got donated by a deceased donor from Texas.
Wow! Nice.
So and Bonds is coming.
That's what's
so
up.
Mine's gonna come from somebody that's living. You know what I mean? I'm claiming it.
You claiming it.
But
that's it.
But
how
like
can
I said,
people get in touch with you if they wanted to be a part of the organization, if they wanted to donate to the organization? How could they get in touch with you?
You could reach Oliver Williams at 201-726-9065, or you could email me at owilliamsfoundation@gmail.com.
O Williams?
Foundation@gmail.com.
The letter O, Williams.
Foundation@gmail.com. Or you could call me at 201-726-9065 to reach out to myself. And you can go on my Facebook page. It will be a calendar put out soon with all the rest of the dates for the workshops and what is in the works and what's coming.
That's what's up. So if you want to check out Oliver, you can go to his Facebook page. It's Oliver Williams. and you can get in touch with him there. I'm going to try to pull up so you'll know the page, how it looks. So this way you won't run into the wrong Oliver. We need you to get the right Oliver. Okay, hold on for a minute, y'all. Give me 1 minute. Because, you know, we learn by visual too. So I'm going to show you the page right now. Let's see. Grab it. Off. Thank you again, y'all, for chiming in. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. If you can do me the favor, share the page, like the page. It means a lot, man. Definitely means a lot. Any questions, you can put it on the comment board. Right? I'm just grabbing the page so you can actually have a visual. You'll see a Oliver Care Kidney Foundation. It looks like that as his profile picture. Okay. By the way, he gave me some candy, man. You trying to give me diabetes?
Mints are good for you.
Yeah, he gave me some mints. The mints coming there with his logo on there as well. Like you said, he got the water and the little gift bag. And he has a nice little ribbon called Fight Kidney Disease. Nice little ribbon for the arm, okay? Nice little bracelet, I guess. It's nice, man. So you're really pushing this thing, man. You're not playing no games. You pushing hard with this.
No,
man.
anytime I set my table up, I got banners, table, awnings, everything with Oliver Kids Kidney Foundation on.
That's what's up.
So if I put the work in for it, I got to make sure that I give it to the people. Whatever.
Makes sense.
So anytime I see that it's like a pop-up shop or something, you know what I mean, I try to see if I can go put the information table out there and so forth, so people could be aware of what's going on, you know.
Or that's what's up.
But also, if anybody's out there that would like to donate a kidney to me, feel free to reach out to me, inbox me.
Speaking of that, do you know the numbers? I know they have some numbers or letters and all that stuff.
I gave you the flyer. Yeah.
Oh, where is it at?
Should be on your phone.
Oh, okay. Let me see. So there's a certain numbers or something like that you have.
It's 2 hospitals that I'm registered at.
Okay.
One is Barnabas Health in Livingston, and the other hospital is Hackensack. And the websites are on the page for the hospitals. 1 second. Yeah,
because it says become a donor. This one right here,
yes.
Become a donor. For information, you can call 201-726-9065 to become a donor. Once again, if you want to be a donor, call the number 726-9065, area code 201. All right. You can also this number right here. What about this one?
Those are the hospital numbers.
Okay.
But you could go on, if you call me, I can give you the information for the websites, or we'll post it. I'll post it on the page today, where you could go and you'll be able to just direct to their website and put in the information. But you would need my birth date and my name to say that you would like to donate to me. If there's anybody that would like to, you have to put my personal information down. So if you want to, give me a call, and I'll give you whatever information that you need, and hopefully somebody could save a life.
Yeah, no doubt. Is there anything you want to say, your last words on here? What would you like to say to the people before you leave?
Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, because it's very important because there's too many of us dying from kidney disease, any type of disease. So you gotta get your checkups. Get your checkups. I must iterate it more and more again. Get your body checked out. Find out what your GFR is. Find out what your hemoglobin is. Find out what your A1C is. And stay away from that greasy food. Try that greasy food. Try to eat healthy. And if anybody wants to donate to the foundation, you can Zelle to my phone number. Once again, 201-726-9065. And we also give scholarships out every year to somebody going to school, a child that's going to school for medical that deals with kidney disease, that dialysis technician. So a scholarship is provided every year.
Nice. That's what's up. That's a blessing, man. I'm proud of you, brother, for doing what you do, man. And it's a blessing.
I appreciate you too, man. And I was hoping that I was gonna have your plaque for you, but I do have a plaque for that. Made up from Oliver Kids Kidney Foundation. So I will get that to you soon.
I appreciate that, man. Much love and respect. Thank you, man, for coming out.
Thank you, man.
It means a lot. It means a lot. So I hope you guys take this information. I hope you guys, share the page, like the page, and, push this because, this information needs to be heard. People need to see this. So go ahead and do that, for the foundation, man. Oliver Kids. Much love and respect. Peace and blessings. Thank you again.